For more tutorials, stream a title, description, and add relevant tags to reach your audience. Once you are done composing the post, click Go Live. And you're now live on Facebook. To end your stream, from Data Video. Thanks.
Streaming encoder. In this video, I want to talk to you about the settings and the setup of the NVS40 and a little bit tips and tricks on how to do a little IP switching with the NVS40. If you're watching this video with the idea in mind that I'm going to explain to you how to connect it to your laptop, I have to disappoint you, but I've linked a video in the description below to a how-to tutorial. Laptop, and you can immediately see in the top right and fourth physical input only have HDMI effect. So this is the encoder page. On the encoder page you can make all the encoding settings. So you can select the resolution, the frame rate, the bit rate, and you can select that for the main encoder. So each available input has a main encoder and a sub encoder. So that means that the NVS40 can output not 4, but 8 streams. And even more, because there's also a program output. More on that later. So the main encoder is the first encoder, and the sub encoder is the secondary encoder. So for instance, you can use this to select the main encoder for a video to your website in high quality, and the sub encoder for mobile use. The encoder is also being used on the recording page, the next one. So that means you can have the main encoder for recording and the sub encoder for streaming as well. So this is the recording page. Again, on the top right, you can select the channel that you want to record or the program output. And you can select a file name using these shorthand codes. There you can embed the year, month, date, and time on the recording file name. You can select file type, MP4, TS, or MOV, and a duration, or you can select unlimited. Down in the bottom right corner, you can start or stop recording. So these are the streaming settings. The streaming settings are meant to be used to connect the NVS40 to your favorite streaming network or your own DVS200 server. Again, you can select main streaming or sub streaming, so you can have the secondary stream going to a different location. And this is the CG overlay function. This is also truly unique for the NVS40. You can select up to 4 layers of CG, and that can be text, again with the shorthand codes to embed date and time, the size of the text, location, X and Y coordinates, and the foreground color, or the text color. But you can also select a picture. So you can embed a logo, for instance, from your channel on the stream. And this is the program output. As said, this is the 9th available channel and on the outside. If you select the NVS40, you can use this in your system settings with IP settings, account settings, firmware update, disk format, all the options that you want to do on the system. This is a detailed status page and a very thorough streaming encoder with a lot of professional features that you would never find in other.
In this tutorial, we're going to walk you through the streaming and recording settings of your data video streaming studio, like the HS3200 on the back of your data video encoder. You will see the 3 bitrate modes here: high, medium, and low. Baseline. Typically, high will work just fine for everything you can scale it. We recommend 15 megabits per second. Low for your recording that you can upload later, as well as fairly low for a live stream. So if we go to 5 for the recording bitrate, we're wondering, why not just set it to record and stream all the time? Well, there are some bitrate caps in Record plus Stream. You can only record and stream at a combined 10 megabits per second. For instance, if you want to max out your bitrate at 8 megabits per second for recording, your streaming bitrate will be capped out at 2 megabits per second, which is fairly low for a live stream. So if we go to 5 for the recording bitrate, we can now stream at 5 megabits per second, and that's a great compromise. You're getting a high quality video stream for your recording that you can upload later, as well as your stream.